is up, everybody? My name is Dr. Mongoose, and I'm not a doctor, but I play one on the internet, bringing you my first episode in Road to Pro. This is a video series where I'm going to be tracking my development and growth as a Call of Duty player in my attempt to go professional and become a pro gamer and just live that dream I was telling you guys about a couple months ago. I apologize for the lack of content. School's kind of been kicking my ass, but since things have kind of calmed down and I've got my schedule a bit more figured out, I'll be able to bring you guys more content on a more consistent basis. That being said, let's hop right into the game. This is a game of Hardpoint on slums, and I picked this gameplay, one, because it's a good come from behind victory, and while I do spoil it a bit, it is important to stay to the end to kind of watch how we bring the game together and really do improve as a team. And second, because Hardpoint is a good game, at least in my opinion, where you can really work on both the your own personal, slayer aspect of things, where you have to, have good shots and be very good as an individual player, but at the same time, if you're up against a good team or you have good teammates, you can really run the game, just kind of run train on anyone you're playing against, because if you have a good team and you can hold good setups and make sure you're controlling spawns and the areas, you're going to be able to have a very, very lopsided game in your favor. So right now on slums, you can see that I'm pushing through to try and hold the back spawn here. We've moved through this first hill, and while we're down about 10 points, we want to make sure that we're especially holding the back tables area, which is why you can see me pushing through it. You can see that the other team has a good hold on that, and especially when it comes to slums, this back hill and the garage hill are two very, very setup dominated hills. And so you really need to be able to push the other team out of their setup first before being able to take the hill. You can see that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to put shots on the guy on table to push him out of there, or at least, hold him, keep him suppressed enough that we can push through and retake this spawn, because if we don't have this spawn, obviously they're going to keep spawning tables and we're going to be unable to push through and take this hill. Right now we're just trying to contest and really make this a scrappy hill. It allows us, not go down too much in time, and at the same time we're going to be able to at least have some decent spawns moving to the scrapyard hill. Now there are 10 seconds left, so we're trying to contest this as much as possible while not giving them too much free time, but at the same time moving back and trying to rotate for this scrapyard hill. And it's especially important that we hold this scrapyard hill, seeing as we are down about 30 to 40 seconds. Going into the third hill, it's not a very good thing to have, especially against good teams or even mediocre teams, because if you build a lead, they can just kind of snowball it. You aren't going to be able to recover unless you're really on your game. Right now I'm in this back head glitch right here, trying to hold my team's spawn on fountain. Unfortunately, because most of my team dies at this point, the spawns flip in favor of the other team, but I'm still just trying to hold things down, at least because I can keep them anchored for both the garage hill and hold anyone off who's pushing. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out in this case, but I do get a good nade on them, and my team is in a very strong position because I was able to hold off long enough. They had to focus a bit more on me, and my team was able to move into position to try and retake this hill, or at least contest it. You can see me, I'm moving through the graveyard and more towards Hummers, because I can get cutoffs on them who are more than likely spawning in blue, because we are holding the fountain and the garage side of this map, and I can still, again, as the hill's moving, I have this last bit of milk. I'm again sweeping through front blue, through Hummers, through graveyard, again to get cutoffs, because pushing into the garage hill, it's very, very popular and very, very strong position to push through both graveyard and through blue to get a flank on people moving into the hill. The smoke grenade does kind of push us out there, but we are getting good spawns in laundry, so again, still just trying to push in, still trying to contest this hill. We're not playing too strongly, too terribly well in these opening few minutes. We're kind of all over the place. We're still trying to get our footing. And the other team is really holding spawns very, very well. I call on this Hellstorm because it's important to both, while we're still trying to hold this garage hill, there's only 20 seconds or so left, so we need to start focusing on moving back into mid and grabbing that back spawn again. Because when you think about it, when it comes down to it, the middle is not just one hill, it's not just one set of time, it's you're holding the middle hill for as long as possible and then trying to get the back spawn as well. Now the other team does us a bit of a favor, and we push through, they push through a little hard, so we start spawning in the back, and you see me there, I just kind of hold back a little bit to make sure that the spawn is being held for my team, to make sure that they're not going to lose that spawn that we've been very graciously given. My lightning strike gets 3, so we have a bit of a stronger setup on this middle hill for the start of things, and I'm kind of sitting back in blue and in mid court because I want to be able to put long range shots with my AR onto people in the pushing through mid or pushing into blue, but at the same time, I want to be further back just in case they do try to do a hard push through blue, or a hard push through mid, or a hard push through plaques to get into the police car area, because if they do that, we are going to lose spawn. That's not going to be a very good thing. So I can see that there are two of my teammates in the back, and they're going to start to shift closer to the back hill, so I'm more confident and I'm in a better position that I can push up, contest this hill, and hold this front area very well while they're getting on a strong setup for the back hill. Now we're only down by 5 seconds at this point, so I'm making sure that I'm trying to hold this hill and contest it as long as possible while we get strong setups on this back hill. Again, now since I've got the AR, I have a stronger, I've got a strong long-range weapon, so I'm pushing up and I'm trying to, keep them out of the middle area. I have the range as my advantage, and I'm falling back. I was falling back to then get onto tables, but I see that my teammate's there, so I'm immediately pushing back out, trying to make sure that we have the advantage. The SMGs are in the hill; they can put shots on anyone who gets past me, and I'm pushing to get good sight lines, good long angles where I can cut people off. We have a double push through mid right here, and I do go down, and unfortunately two of my teammates do as well, so we immediately lose spawn right there. Whether you're holding tables or not, if you have the other team overloading the side of the map, overloading any side of the map, you're going to probably lose spawn, and that was definitely on us, especially because we had a really good strong setup there, and we choked with 25 seconds left in the hill, and that's a good amount of time that they can come back on us with, because we have been down for the entirety of this game, and you can see that even that strong setup, we only went up by about 10 or 15 seconds. So right now we've got 10 seconds left in this hill. I'm pushing in hard, trying to force a contest, because I do know that if I push in, they're going to have a stronger setup on the back hill, so I will at least spawn by Fountain or in blue that I can immediately push over the scrapyard hill. I get a good spawn, move immediately to Fountain again. This is my anchor position. I'm here to watch people pushing through graveyard, pushing through that garage street, and making sure that they can't get a flank through onto my teammates, as well as holding this spawn right here. Now that is a head glitch. It's very hard to see, so they immediately drop a kill streak on me, and this again, they're up and it's a close game, and they're going to have kill streaks because they were dominating us for the first part of this game very, very handily, and so they're going to be able to use them, and they can use that to secure this hill. It doesn't work out for them, which is good. It's again a testament to our setup. We were very well set up. We were able to move back into anchor positions and move back into strong positions very well, almost immediately. So we're finally getting setups, and we're finally moving well together, having good rotations, and we're holding the hill for the majority for a good 30 to 35 seconds on each hill. Again, all of my team goes down here. So again, we do have another bit of a slight choke there, and my job right now is just to hold this position as long as possible, keep their attention diverted to me as my teammates start to move, try to push that contest, try to move into the garage hill. And what we get right here is a bit of a rolling spawn where we have one guy who's very far up there and who's in a good position to kind of push the other team out. And then the other 2 or 3 people are behind him. Right there, I was in that forward position. Now there are 2 or 3 other people pushed up, and now myself and Shizno are moving back in to try and keep this spawn rolling. This hill is very pivotal because there's not much time left in the game. They can very easily get a strong lead at this point where they could almost win the game off of the next hill. So it's very important that we're contesting this hill, that we're holding this hill as much as we possibly can, and making sure that we're making a strong push for a contest here. Right now, I kill their entire team, and I'm able to get this last bit of milk, while my team can then start focusing into middle, because again, like I was saying earlier in the video, middle is not just one hill, middle is 2 hills, and if you don't control the mid hill well enough while still holding a spawn, you're going to lose the game. Right here we're down by about 9 or 10 seconds, so it's important for us that we push into the mid hill, hold this for as long as possible, and at the same time we're holding the back spawn. So you can see that I'm going to be a bit more aggressive in pushing into the hill, as well as trying to maintain the hold spawns. We've got more. We usually will have like 1 or 2 people in the hill, while at least 1 or 2 people are kind of holding this back area. Whereas here, in this last hill, we have 2 or 3 people pushing up, or our entire team who's pushed up a bit more, because we do need to hold this hill for as long as possible, and at the same time we need to maintain our spawn. So it's a bit of a clusterfuck at this point, because we are trying we're trying to scrap for time, and at the same time we need to hold spawn. So you can see me, I'm spinning around, I'm looking around. I want to make sure that we have eyes on everyone. We're holding the hill, and at the same time we know where they're gonna be. At this point we're kind of a little worried, because we're not seeing them all that much. We don't know where they're coming from, so we're worried that they might have spawn. So you see the 2 of us immediately are falling back and trying to hold spawn. I die right here, which almost cost us the game, because I was in a very important spot that I needed to win that fight, otherwise we weren't going to have the spawn. I'm immediately pushing through back here to try and cut them off. They're at the point where they have a chance to make this mathematic. And we have to hop in the hill right now and just, control it as much as possible, and we need every second left here to be able to win it. Well guys, that's it for this video. I'll just let you enjoy the rest of it. I hope if you guys have any suggestions for Road to Pro for future episodes or what you want to see, or if you guys have any feedback for me on how I could do better in future episodes, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, my name is Dr. Mongoose. And remember, watch 2 of my videos and call me in the morning. Y'all have a nice day.
We've taken control. Way to step up.